Hi, spoiled agents. Hi, Jessica.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. How's everyone?
Great. Where's everyone joining us from? I know we have Canada and the US today, as you know, so we call it our mega session, which means we have it covered from all of our spoiled agents. Oh, wow. Newfoundland, Chicago, Toronto, my hometown, Kentucky, Vancouver, wow, Alabama, New York City, the Big Apple.
The Big Apple. Yeah, New York. Whoop, whoop. I'm in Fort
Amazing.
Lauderdale, so yeah.
Oh, for sure, for sure. All right. Hello, everybody. Niagara Falls. Yes, Susan. I love that area because they have some wine tasting.
I love wine tastings.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right. Well, I think we have a lot of our spoiled agents that have come in to join us. So I think we're going to get started. What do you think, Jessica?
Yes, we can get started.
Okay.
I'll just give everybody a few more minutes to get on in. But yeah, we can get started.
And we're live on Facebook. We're live on Zoom. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube. So really, we have it
Yay.
covered, right?
Yes. I mean, you guys have everything covered. Like, okay.
Well, that's it. This is what we try to do here at Spoiled
Yeah.
Agents. All right, well, I guess we're going to get going, and I just want to welcome everybody. So happy to have everyone join us on this great, I'm going to say we're going to kick off spring together because Jessica looks so springy today. And wherever you are from, welcome, welcome, and the temperature you're at. I think my temperature is a little different than Jessica's because I'm in the Toronto area, and
Uh-huh.
Jessica's in Florida, so it's warmer.
I'm hot. It's 80 warm. Yeah.
I love it.
80
It's warm.
KTN warmer.
Amazing. Well, Jessica, I know you draw quite a great crowd today, and we have something really unique that we're going to be speaking about. Is your amazing little, I say, boutique property in
Yes.
Panama.
Yes.
I can't wait to learn all about this because you and I chatted a little bit in the beginning, and it really sounds something quite unique. So I'm so excited to get into that, and
Yes. It's
we'll get
very unique.
very unique for sure. And Jessica, you're a great representation from Elite Island Resort. So thank you for joining us as usual.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. We're all good partners here.
For
So,
sure. And I
yes.
know a lot of people ask me, is this being recorded? This is definitely being recorded, so not to worry about it. And we're going to load it onto Jessica's page a little bit later today. It's going to be on Zoom, or sorry, it's going to be on also our YouTube channel. And I'm going to talk about that too, because we've launched a new YouTube channel. So you'll never miss one of Jessica's webinars. You'll find them all there. Okay.
Yep.
And Jessica, if I can just kind of give a little bit of a crumb, I'm going to drop a crumb. Okay.
Sure.
You guys are helping us kick off Travel Agent Day.
Yes, we are. We are
We are so excited that you
excited.
were giving
Yes.
away a 7 night stay for one for Canada, the market, and the US market, correct?
Yeah, we're doing a 3 night stay for two. And you have a choice of the Veranda, Pineapple Beach Club or St. James's Club. So 3 nights
Ooh,
there for two. I heard seven, but we're
okay.
splitting it up between the two
Okay,
marks.
no, good to know for sure. And what I'm going to do as you chat today, I'm going to actually pop in the link because there's a different link, guys, for Canada and US because we have different web pages, of course. And all you have to do is just click to register and fill out your information, right,
Yep.
Jessica? It's that easy.
That's easy. Very easy. Yep.
Okay, great.
Very
Wonderful.
easy.
And today, I mean, the giving of you guys is just amazing. It doesn't stop here. Today, you're also giving away a 2 night stay, right?
Yeah, we're giving away a 2 night stay for two at Los Establos. 2 nights.
Amazing. So, in order to qualify everyone, you have to stay on the question period. You don't necessarily have to ask a question, so you know, but that's how Jessica will randomly choose a winner. If you get an email from Jessica or one of us at Spoiled Agent, it is super good news. Open it up because you're going to let us know how your trip was. All right.
Yes, you will.
All right. Well, Miss Jessica, do you want to share your screen? And while you're
Okay.
doing that, just a reminder, spoiled agents,
Okay.
if you guys have any questions for Jessica, we're going to table them at the end. So
Yes.
maybe, please only use the Q&A, not the chat.
Yep.
And I say that for the questions. And I say that because the chat moves up and Jessica and I were going to be like, oh, who's
Yes.
asking?
Yes. Yeah, I'll be answering all questions. I'll answer them at the end, so we'll just go through the chat and answer as many of the questions as possible. Well, I will actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, great.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay, great. All right, so I'll share my screen. For those
Yep.
of you who are not familiar with me, I'm Jessica Berman, and I am Director of Travel Agent Sales with Elite Island Resorts. And I'm also from the beautiful island of Antigua, but I do live in Fort Lauderdale. So I always have to give that little spiel that Antigua may come from, but I live in Fort Lauderdale. But today it's all about Los Establos in beautiful Panama. All right, so I will share my screen. All right. Okay. Here we go. So look at this beautiful picture. So Los Establos it's in Poquete, Panama. I consider Los Establos as our adventure property, but it's also very rejuvenating. And the age here is 12 years and older. And as I go through the slides, you'll understand why we say 12 years and older. So Los Establos, it's in Paquete, Panama. It's 12 years and older, and it's also all inclusive. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right, so all inclusive, 12 years and older. We do have a few room categories. We have the deluxe room, suite, and cottages. It's very authentic Panamanian. The owner, Irina, she's actually from Panama. We have a lovely spa. We have a fitness center. We actually have a pickleball court as well. If you want to play pickleball, it's one court. And the unique thing about Los Establos is that we have 13 tours included. So that just means each day your client can pick a tour and the resort, they arrange all of the transfers for your clients. So 13 tours included, and I'll talk more about those tours. And we do like a daily happy hour from like 4 to 6, even though it's all inclusive. They'll do like they'll have a drink of the day, and then everybody meets in this main area. And everybody just talks about their day, the tours that they're doing. They'll make recommendations. And we have a lovely swimming pool, and you have beautiful views of the volcano. I actually spent 4 nights at Los Establos in March, so it was actually really my first time getting that experience, and it was like fabulous. It was so rejuvenating for me. All right. Okay, so how do you get there? You fly into Panama City. And then from Panama City, it's a 40, let's say 45-minute plane ride to David, and there's a meet and greet, which can be arranged before your clients arrive. So we flew from Miami to Panama City. We flew on Copa. They actually serve hot food on Copa Airlines. I'm like, oh my goodness, hot food in economy? That was fabulous. And then we just brought our carry-ons, and we went through immigration, customs. We had to go out up the escalator and then find domestic. And once you're in domestic, you're in this gate with a big glass. So I recommend if you need to use the restroom, use that before. But you should be able to have enough time, depending on if you want to connect the same day, to actually check a bag. But we didn't check a bag. We had our carry-ons. And then we boarded another Copa domestic. We sat on it. There was about, I mean, 10 flights ahead of us. But once we took off, it was fine. It was 40 minutes and we landed. It's just very small airport, and we had our meet and greet. It was actually the driver from the hotel, and they also have a van that will pick you up. You just have to make arrangements ahead of time, and it's $40. Did you say $25 per person as well? So that can all be arranged. So this is how we got to Los Establos, and it's a 40-minute ride to Los Establos. And the scenery was beautiful. I was just taking it all in. It was like my first time. All right, so once you're there, let's talk about the rooms. So we have the deluxe rooms. These sleep two. Most of the rooms at Los Establos sleep two guests. This is 425 square feet. You have beautiful garden views, and you have views of the mountain. You have a private patio. The bathrooms are really nice, and these are located in the main house. They do have like a main house where some of the rooms are located. It was so I call it spectacular, just something very different, very unique, and it's a queen bed. And this is the deluxe coffee cottage. Sleeps four guests. So this is where I stayed. I was with my husband and my daughter. She's 12. So we had lots of space. You have a TV, the bathroom's pretty large. And you do get robes, some nice luxury robes. So that was very nice. And then you have your coffee maker. They give you like little snacks. The one thing that they don't have is a refrigerator in the room. But I'm sure there are always ways if you need to have a refrigerator because of medication, they will take care of that for you. And the beds are two queen beds, and we're very comfortable, and the room was fully air conditioned as well. And then we have the suites. The suites are really nice. These are second floor. They have vaulted ceilings. You have a separate sitting area with beautiful views of the garden and the volcano. And the bathrooms are really nice. One king bed. So these only sleep two guests. You can't really squeeze a third person in. There is really no way, nowhere to put them. So 540 square feet. So very large as well. And these are the premium suites. These were lovely. We actually added four more. So at Los Establos, we have 24 rooms, suites and cottages. They're 570 square feet. They sleep two guests. The bathrooms are really nice as well, and they do have chairs. They face the volcano. I mean, they're just really, really nice rooms. So you get that luxury feel as well at Los Establos. Even though you're up in the mountains, you're on a coffee plantation, you really get that luxury feel. You have your couch, you have your chair, you have your TV, you have a luxury bathroom. Really nicely put together the rooms at Los Establos. So these are the premium suites. And then let's talk about the food. We have Irina's. Irina's, it's the main restaurant. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast starts at 7 in the morning, so it's great for those clients or guests who are going off property for early morning excursion. Opens at 7, and then they have lunch and dinner. It looks towards the volcano, and down below you can see the coffee plants as well. They do their freshly brewed coffee. You can get your espressos, whatever you like for coffee, or if not coffee, juices. And what I like, every day they had a Panamanian special. So that they had that for breakfast, and they had that for lunch, and they also had that for dinner. But you can get your typical American fare food, but they did incorporate a lot of some Panamanian style options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they do also have an option if you want to do like a private dining for upcharge on the outside on like a balcony. But the dining room was like really fabulous. And your servers, they're there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they'll also be the person who may check you in. They may be your driver. So it's just like a family feel at Los Establos. All right, and then I talked about the cocktail happy hour. So at Los Establos, from 4 to 6, all drinks are included, but from 4 to 6 p.m., even to like 6:30, they'll do handcrafted cocktails. They'll have different specials, they'll have different names, like they'll get the limes, they'll chop them up, they'll have the pineapple, and it's freshly made handcrafted cocktails. And they also have beer and wine and non-alcoholic beverages, and they have an indoor and outdoor patio as well. And there is a refrigerator. If you look at the pictures, you see where the wine glasses are, those glasses are. There's a refrigerator that during the day you can grab a beer, you can grab a soda, you can grab your water, juices during the day and in the evening. But 4 to 6 is when they actually do like the cocktails with like rum or gin, whatever you desire for a cocktail, they can make it for you. So when we say happy hour, even though it's all included, it's just like a place where everyone gathers and talks about their day and things that they're doing. You make friends. Like my daughter was the youngest there as a 12-year-old, but the other adults brought her into the conversation and she had her mocktail. So it was real fun. Fun for her, you know. And of course, there is Wi-Fi. So a 12-year-old must have Wi-Fi, but I was like, but she was able to have a nice time at Los Establos, the excursion portions, that is. And then we have the Oasis pool. It's not heated. You can put your feet in. It was a little bit cool, but I saw most people just around the pool, they'll put their feet in. We're contemplating having that pool heated, but it's just a really nice place to relax as well. And I think there's a ping pong table underneath. So this is the Oasis pool. It looks towards the volcano. So it's just a really nice place to relax as well. You can even bring your drink out during the happy hour session and just relax and enjoy the views. And then I mentioned we have 13 tours included. So this is what really makes Los Establos very unique from our other properties. You're up in the mountains, you're not close to a beach. It's really all about the adventure. And if you're not adventurous, I'm not adventurous. Like I like to stay grounded. There are things that you can do. So for some of the tours included, we have the panoramic tour. We have the Don Pepe Estate coffee tour, the bird watching, the Lost Waterfall hike. You can do the Caladera hot springs. You can do the Volcano Veru tour for an upcharge and the Boca Chica tour for an upcharge. But you can also do the zip lining. You can go whitewater rafting, tea tasting, hanging bridges, and more. What the things that we did, I was with my daughter and husband. We checked in the next day. We did the three lost waterfall hike. It's 2 miles, but so let's say 4 miles as a round trip. You see three waterfalls. You're hiking, you gotta have your hiking boots. You're going up, up, up. You have to pace yourself. I did it. I'm so glad I did it. It was really a great experience. And then the next day, my daughter and husband, they went zip lining. I don't zip line. I like to stay grounded. I did the tea tasting because it's right in that same area. I did tea tasting. Then they came back and my husband and I did a rum tasting. That rum tasting was fabulous. Like it was like one of the best rum tastings I've done. They take you into a room, they have the rum barrels, they have the glasses, and then right towards the end, they take you outside on like a balcony area, and he brings out the fancy rum, and it was fabulous. And the next day, we did the coffee tasting. That was great. That was one of the best coffee tastings I've done. I did one in Costa Rica, but this was really, really great. So all of these excursions or activities are really thought through and they work with some really, really good vendors. So once you book your excursion, they'll tell you the pickup time. You meet in the little lobby area and you're well taken care of. And your most of the excursions or trips were about to get to where we're going. It was like 30 minutes because a lot of it was going uphill, and coming back was like a lot quicker. And we also walked into town. So these are the 13 tours included. And for the Volcano Veru, it's an upcharge, but they pick you up at 3 a.m. and you're in this we call it jacked up Jeep, and it's about a 2 hour bouncing around, and then to just towards the end, you do like a short hike up to the top of the volcano and you see the sunrise. And the guest that I talked to that did it said it was like fabulous. It was like a heavenly experience. The 2 hours is getting there is not heavenly, but the end result, it was like heavenly, and I saw some fabulous pictures. So I'm thinking the next time I go, I'll probably do that tour. So just me talking about the tours, because really when you're at Los Establos, this is kind of what you're there for, to do all of the included tours. All right, this is the zip lining. My daughter and my husband did that. It was like a 2 hour, and I mean the zip lines are relatively long, tells you what to wear. You're really going through the rainforest. And it was actually misting that day, so it was actually pretty cool. You have the pipeline hike and the bird watching. Wear sneakers, of course. Whitewater rafting, we did meet some guests that did that. They loved it. It's a 2 hour drive to lunch, and the lunch is provided. So it's a little bit further away. So just remember, that's more like a almost close to like a full day tour. And then you can do the river canyon. We didn't do that one. You can jump into the river. You can swim in the shallow pool. It was a little bit cool, so I don't know. I wouldn't know if I would have gone in, but yeah. And wear your water shoes. And they say drink responsibly. Isn't that beautiful? It's really rejuvenating, I found when I was at Los Establos. And then we have the Lost Waterfall. I'm so proud of myself. This is what I did. We got picked up and then we got to hike, and then you pay like there's an entry fee, but that's all included. And then you keep walking up. You get to the first one, then there's a second one. I was like, there's a third one. I have to go up. And he's like, yes, yes, yes. But I did it. But it was great. We had our hiking shoes. Just it's really important to go with the guide just because it can be misting, a bit slippery. So our guide was like fabulous. He was really a great guide. And then we have the hanging bridges. Actually, when we did the Lost waterfall hike, we actually had to cross over one of the hanging bridges. And my daughter, who's very adventurous, I'm like, "Do you want to stop and take a photo?" She's like, "No, I just want to keep walking." So that was pretty cool. And then the river was right down below. So this is it's 5,500 feet above sea level to reach the mountain. And you have 3 miles of suspension bridges. So great. I mean, that's like, wow, fabulous if you're into the hanging bridges. And then also included in your stay at Los Establos is a 30-minute massage, which I did. So think about that, a 30-minute massage. And if you wanted to go a little bit longer, you can schedule. If you wanted like an hour, you can, but they give you, it's a 30-minute massage. And actually you walk into the room and I took a photo. You have your two massage tables, and then you have the view of the volcano. It was pretty awesome. Even though during massage you're not seeing the volcanoes, but just walking into the room was like a wow. And then there is a small little gym. So for those of you who like to work out, you can work out. I did not really see anyone in the gym, but it's there. It's a small little gym, so you can do your workouts, whatever makes you happy. But you don't even, I always say, you're where you're at Los Establos, you can walk up and down that hill and get your the mountain, I mean, get your workout in. So yeah, that kind of ends my the presentation portion of pictures on Los Establos. And then let's talk about how do you go about booking Los Establos. It This is more of a direct booking just because there are only 25 cottages and suites at Los Establos. It is available on Expedia Tap, and I believe you can do book it through Beds Online. But we pay 20% commission for a Los Establos booking. You'll earn a $100 gift card, and you earn free nights for you when you book 7 nights or longer or combination of. So everyone on the chat, if you're not signed up as an advisor on our travel agent portal, please go to eliteislandresorts.com and go to travel advisor, and we have a password. It's elite, but I can talk more about that after. And now we have all the tools to help you sell. Join our Facebook group if you're not a part of our Facebook group. Like I mentioned, go to our website, sign up your agency. We have all the medias, we have all of the photos here. We have the presentation actually available that you can download. You can even share a consumer-friendly version of the presentation with your clients. So think of Los Establos. It's for your adventure traveler. It's for your well-traveled client as well, well-traveled client. It does have that luxury feel. It's also, let's say, so for someone who's done all the beaches and they're looking for something different, they want to go to Panama. I should mention it is not anywhere close to the Panama Canal. If you wanted to do the drive from Panama City to Paquete, it's going to take you about 6 hours. It's a 6 hour drive. You're in a relatively very safe area. Actually, to get into Paquete, there was like a security checkpoint. Like everybody had to show their driver's license. There's a lot of expats who live in Paquete. Most people there speak English. There's lots of little restaurants and bars in the town. We got there on Sunday and there was like a live band. We didn't make it back down, but you're in a very safe area. You're not in the middle of nowhere. There is a town. There's a school which we founded and we donate to. You'll see little kids walking to school or after school. So yes, you can feel as a part of the community when you're in at Los Estados or in Paquete, the actual town. So I will stop talking. And
Amazing.
I know as I have a lot of questions, I hope. So I wanted to open it up for questions.
So I think everyone, if I can speak for everyone, is intrigued by this property, Jessica. This is amazing.
Yep.
Something outside the box, like you're saying. It's
Yeah.
not your typical,
No,
just
no.
lounge around and stuff. Like you want
No, no,
to do.
no, and yeah, it's not. And for one thing I forgot to mention too, the food, it's like outstanding.
Okay.
And our chef here,
Ooh.
he goes to Hammock Cove, which is our five-star virtuoso property in Antigua, and works with Chef Marco. So like the dinners that we had were great. I mean, the food was really nicely done. So no complaints about the food at Los Establos.
Well, that's amazing. And I want to say also, you guys have amazing agent rates and everything and great agent programs out.
Yes,
So,
we
if you
do.
don't win today, guys, you can get yourself there for sure.
Yep.
I've popped in the links multiple times of Jessica's for Canada and the US page as well.
Yep.
So you can access all of this information, Jessica's information, how you can, register bookings, things like that. So we'll leave that there.
Yeah, yes, yes. And we do have agent rates available for Los Establos. I believe it's 179 per person per night, but it includes the tours. All the your tours are included, your food and your drink.
Wow. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh. Like you can't stay at home for that and do that kind of stuff every
No,
day.
no. I mean it's really for, and as I said, your first day, it's really a travel day. But we actually didn't mind. But like once you get there, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a full travel day. It's very different than going to Antigua because I go to Antigua quite often. I go to Miami. I'm two and a half, 2:45. I'm in Antigua. I'm at the hotel by 4. Here we had a full travel day. I think we got to the hotel like after like 6 in the evening. It all depends on where you're coming from because
Yeah, for
the
sure.
David connection left at 4 around 4 p.m. So, and then of course your drive and everything. But yeah, it was still a fabulous experience. And I
Yeah.
came back from Los Establos feeling refreshed. Typically, sometimes I feel tired, even though I did my little hike or whatever. I came back feeling refreshed. So it's a great wellness property. It's great for a retreat. It's just, it's great after loss. As I mentioned, my mom had passed in November, so for me, it was really rejuvenating. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And I
Yes.
agree. Sometimes you have to keep busy and do things, and you're going to come back
Yeah.
with memories from this
Yeah.
place. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
So there's so many, do different unique properties, everybody's sun and beach, yeah, we have those, but this is really just a different type of property.
Well, I just want to say Crystal says she's going to be going to Costa Rica, but now she actually wants to add this to her list of places
Yes,
to
and it's
go.
actually it's actually close to Costa Rica. Like if you look at the map, Costa Rica is not too far away. I had a couple, not a family. They were from Oregon and they found us online and they had their daughter with them who was getting ready to go to college and their son who was 14. And they had been to Costa Rica, not too far away, and they found us online and they loved it.
Oh,
They're all about the adventure with their kids and yeah.
well, I know you mentioned I got some people on Facebook asking. I know there's a couple in the Zoom Q&A box because that's where we're taking the questions from.
Yeah.
They were asking about what is best way to book it, and I know you touched on it, but if you don't mind, direct or with.
The best way to book it is direct because there are only 24 suites and cottages. So we're not available on with the big tour operators. You can't do in terms of, let's say, booking it through a Canadian tour operator or American tour operator. The only way you can book it through a tour operator would be through Expedia Tap because we're on Expedia and Beds Online. We highly recommend that you book it direct. You're getting 20% commission and your $100 booking bonus. So there.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
So get
Because
booking.
it's not a packaged hotel like that, but we can actually do the air for you because we do have the girls, we have access to Sabre, so we can book flights, things like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So just so you know, Ethel on Facebook said, what a great commission rate. That's
Yes.
great. Jen on Facebook, that answered your question.
Mhm.
Tanya on Zoom, everyone's asking the booking process.
Yeah,
So
and
just,
don't worry about booking direct because I get it all the time. We don't book direct with hotels because of how long they take to pay. We are paying you within the time that your client leaves and the time they get back. So yes, we're a small company and we know how important getting paid on time. So you will not be waiting 90 days or 40 days for your commission check.
wow,
Plus, you
guys,
have my email, okay? So get to know.
it's
We're gonna
easy.
pay you on time.
So you can't make it any easier for everybody.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
if someone's looking for something outside the box, this is great, but I'm not sure
It is.
how would this be for somebody with difficulty walking, wheelchairs?
It'll be a bit challenging if you are in a wheelchair. Yes, I just because of the layout of the property. It's up in the mountains, and some of the rooms you do have to walk, and some of the path, yeah, and there's some steps. So yeah, it wouldn't not recommended if you're in a wheelchair.
Okay, fair enough.
But if you're mobile and you can get around, you'll be fine. Even if you maybe have a little bit of walking difficulty, you can still get around the property just by taking your time.
Okay.
I did meet someone had an issue with her back, and it was like a trip for her. And she did bird watching, she did different things.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah,
Okay, great. Um, Jacoby, and I think you mentioned it, is there 24 villas rooms in this?
24. Yes,
24. Okay.
yes.
We're asking, that's great. And you know what? With this smaller boutique, you're going to meet a lot of people at the
Oh yeah.
happy hours. I call it
Yes, you
happy
will.
hours.
Yes, we call it the happy hour. You'll meet quite a number of people. And then they have games, and people bring out the games and they'll play games, and yeah. There's a TV in there. When we
Oh,
went, it was like when we went, it was it was the basketball season for
yep.
college, and my husband went to University of Florida. So yeah. We found it. It was in Spanish, but it was okay. We made it work.
Oh, I love it. And I know you talked about the food and everything, but just in case somebody came on a little late, this is an all-inclusive property.
It's all-inclusive breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast starts at 7. Lunch starts around 12:30, and dinner starts around 6:30. There's no reservation required. You just show up, they'll get your seating. They have a full menu, but the menu every day they have a Panamanian special. And then breakfast, for instance, like if you want to request something that's not on the breakfast menu, they'll make it for you. Like the day we left early on our departure day, where pickup was at 7, they open at 7:30, or pickup was 7:30, they open at 7, and I just wanted like an avocado toast thing, and they put it
Oh,
together for me quickly. We said, oh, for our daughter, just one waffle. They still made the full waffle meal for her, and she loved it.
I love avocado toast. I bet they're good as well over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
Yeah.
didn't have it on the menu, but I just wanted something quick, and they put it together for us really quick. And they'll mention you by name.
Oh,
Hello,
nice.
Jessica. How are you? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Lynn was asking, I think you mentioned the volcano in the very, very beginning. Do you know the name of it?
The Varu,
Okay,
Volcano Varu. Yeah.
perfect. And Richard seems to know his rapids. So do you know what class they are for the rapids?
I am not too sure. I can find that out, but I know they can be a bit challenging based
Okay.
on people that I've talked to that have done them.
Okay, great. Um, and Steve's asking, so do you know the size of the plane that connects to the resort and
We were the Copa airline was probably over 100 people. It looked like 150 people.
oh,
But it
so
was
that's a big
like a
place.
pretty large plane. But they do have, I think the other airline is Panama Airways, a little bit
Uh-huh.
smaller, but Copa was like a full-sized aircraft.
Okay. And that left from Panama as well, right? Like
That
from
left from Panama City, yes.
okay. So I know from Toronto, I can speak. There's a lot of direct flights to Panama from Toronto,
Yes,
so that's
yes,
great.
yes. So Canadians,
Let's go.
advisors, then if your clients are looking for something, their flights directly to Panama City. So no excuse.
And there's no like water shuttle or anything like that. And do you know how long that flight took you guys?
Which one? The
The flight from
Oh,
Panama,
it was 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah.
but there's no
On
other way
on
to get there. It's
aircraft.
by plane,
No,
right?
you're not getting on a boat or anything.
Okay.
Once you get to David, you walk out, you'll see the sign, it'll have your name, Los Establos, and then it's a 40-minute drive.
Okay. Okay, so I know you talked about a lot of great things, and some things are, a little bit away to get to the
Yes.
attractions, which hey, you're in the mountains. You have to
Yes,
get
you're in
there,
the
right?
mountains. Yeah.
So is there any beaches that are nearby that aren't too far?
There's no beach nearby. They do a Boca Chica tour,
Mm,
which I think the drive, that's for an upcharge, extra charge. I think it's an hour and a half drive, and then you get like on a boat, and then they take you to this island, pretty much for the day. So that's Boca Chica. But
okay.
there's no beach nearby. You're really up in the mountains. So for the beach people, this is not for you.
Okay. That's okay.
What?
It's
you
a
know,
different type of vacation,
it's a
right?
different type of vacation.
This
Exactly.
interests me because sometimes, you just want to do different things, which is great.
Different things, maybe in the summer you want to come here because they told me summer is cooler. But it was actually cool when we went in March. I'm like, so I guess there's not really a hot period. Because it will be cool up at Los Establos. But then you go down into Paquete, into the
Yeah.
town, and it's actually warm. So yeah. It could be
Okay.
misting up in the mountains and no rain down at the bottom. Yes. So
Okay.
it's a really true mountain experience.
So there's still a few people are asking, so if they book directly with you guys, do you help them with the flights or is it just the
Yes, we can help
property?
you with the flights. We have a full reservation department that can help you with the flights, special requests, anything. Once you book with us, we will take care of everything. If you have clients that want to book their own flights, they can also do that. But we will take care of everything when you booked direct with us.
Okay. Joyce, that answers your question and a few more people. Do you know the name of the airport that they fly into from Panama to land near the resort?
I think it's David. The actual airport is David.
David. Okay, Carol,
David,
that's for you.
yes. I think I said it correctly, David.
Okay, Carol, that was your question on Zoom, which is great. And Marjorie's asking, okay, do you offer FAMs? We know you have great agent rates and stuff, but do you guys have any FAMs?
I've not done a fam trip to Los Establos. Maybe in the future, but the best way right now is just take advantage of the travel advisor rates that we have.
Okay, and Jacoby, that answers your question. So again, it's all on Spoiled Agent on Jessica's supplier page. Just go to spoiledagent.com,
Yep.
go
Hmm.
down to hotels, and you click on Elite Island Resorts, and you're going to see all of them. So we
Yep.
had quite a few asking that. You're welcome, Steve. He was asking about the rapids, of
Mhm.
course.
Yeah.
So do you know, Nancy's asking if there's any special dietary requirements they can cater to, like gluten-free meals, for example?
For gluten, I would say of all the allergies, gluten is the one that we can take care of because as I said, everything is made to order.
Oh,
And if
nice.
it's ahead of time, you just send an email and then there's the chef. They will know exactly and they'll even meet with you just to discuss, because it's so small. It's more of like an intimate experience. So if you have a gluten allergy, I will say yes, we can handle that. If it's a more severe allergy, I can't be 100%.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And it sounds like they got great chefs there, so I don't think anything
Yeah, the
should
chef
work.
is the chef is great. Yep.
Do you mind resharing your screen, going back to the agent portal? Just a few people are asking
I'll
about it,
just put it in the
the
chat.
Facebook page and things like that.
I'll put it in the chat if
Sure,
that
no
helps.
problem.
Well,
And
I
then I'll
could share this.
reshare it.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to the chat.
So Diane's asking just while you do that. I saw that beer and wine are included, but mixed drinks are a little bit extra. Um,
No mixed drinks. No extra for the mixed drinks. The mixed drinks are normally done when we do the happy hour, which is 4 to 6. They'll make a specialty cocktail, and then they'll have other mixers. And then during dinner, they'll have your basic like gin, rum. I think tequila is very basic, but they can make you a mixed drink during dinner, but they can't make the fancy mixed drink. They do that during the happy hour. That's because the way how it's located, there's like the bar where they do the happy hour, and then down at the restaurant, they just created like a small little bar that they keep now like the basic like gin, not basic. They'll keep a gin, they'll keep a rum if you want a rum and coke or gin and tonic. You're just making a basic mixed drink.
okay, great. So that answers it, Diane. And the other island elite resorts, they're all different. So they have different programs and things like that. So Diane's just asking for the drinks.
Okay, we go to our website. It's eliteislandresorts.com. It's going to ask you if you're a travel advisor. You're going to click yes, and the password is elite.
Okay, so Joyce, you're asking for the password. There you
It's
go.
elite. And then if you want to join our Facebook group, it's Elite Travel Agent Community. I'll put that in the chat.
Okay.
And once you enter our agent portal, that's where you can access all of our images, presentations, and everything. We just kind of simplified everything.
Okay, and Jocelyn, that answered your question too about videos and the media they can
Yep.
use like that.
Yes. And then you can also get our videos. We have our YouTube page, Elite Island Resort. So we do have like a lot of videos on the tours that are available at Los Establos.
Okay,
That you
great.
can share with your clients.
So here's a question that I think you love to hear.
Uh-huh.
Colby's asking that they have a client that wants to do a villa in Panama for 35 to 60 people, and they want to know how they can go about doing a whole buyout.
Oh, great question. You will have to contact moi, and then I'll get in contact with our product manager, John, who is not on here because John manages the product. We mean
Right.
in rooms at Los Establos. So, we have 24, 24 suites. Five of them are the deluxe. They have two queen beds. So we have to see where the numbers are and what time of year and what bookings. Yeah. So that's a question that we can definitely answer through John. I know we've had a buyout like a year and a half ago, but that was during COVID when people were traveling. But we'll see if there's something that we could do based on the number of people and the number of rooms.
Okay, people are asking about your email address. I just put it in the chat again. It's in the chat on Facebook, it's in the chat on Zoom, it's everywhere.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
J Berman at eliteislands.com.
Okay, and Lona's asking, so when going to Panama from the US, do you need a visa?
As far as I know, no. What
Okay.
you need these, yeah, no.
All right. Okay, Alicia, we also answered about the agent rates. Again, you can find them on spoiledagent.com.
Yeah.
Just go to hotels and you're going to find everything there. Um, so I guess Corey's asking, how close this property is it to local shopping or going into like a community?
It's a 5 minute drive
Oh.
down the hill. Like we walked down the hill. It was a 20-minute walk. But we didn't walk back up because like my legs were tired from that hike. I'm like, but so they picked us up. You just tell the hotel and they'll tell you to meet. There's like a main area, there's a coffee shop. It's Los Establos coffee, Papiquete coffee, and they'll meet you there and take you back up. So it was, it's 5 minute drive. If you wanted to walk down, it's about 17 minutes. We're timing it. You could walk back up. I think we met some guests. They were very active. They walked down and walked back up. But walking back up, you're going uphill, uphill.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
So
That's
you're close to town shopping. I bought a pair of earrings. And there are restaurants, there are bars, there's quite a few coffee shops. There's actually a coffee, no, a chocolate factory. So my daughter bought some pieces of chocolate. I think you can schedule to do like a chocolate making as well. So there are little activities to do in the town, and the beautiful flowers and the fauna and oh my gosh, there's a river, a stream under a bridge. Yeah, it was fabulous. Like, yeah.
okay. That sounds amazing.
Yes, and there's bank. If you want to go to the bank, get cash. There are a couple banks in the area. So you're not in a remote area.
No,
Lots of expats, and I said most people speak English.
yeah, that
So
sounds
you
great.
you feel you feel comfortable, you feel safe. That's how we felt.
That's really important, and I think that's amazing. Jacoby's asking, are agents allowed to book more than one room at the travel agent rate?
Below say established, I believe you can. Uh,
Ooh,
I believe you can. I think we have it, the fine print.
okay.
Most of our agent rates, you can have up to two rooms on the travel advisory.
Okay. And if Helen books directly with you guys, do you guys offer any travel insurance options?
We don't offer travel insurance, but I know most agents, they know who their insurance providers are, so you can book the travel insurance separately.
Right. Okay. Lena's asking, do you guys know if they have kosher meals there?
I know, kosher is, I would say no. It's just one main kitchen. I don't know kosher, it has to be it has to be separate. So yeah, my family's Jewish, so I know a little bit, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. As far as
Okay.
I know, no. But that's something I could ask. I always like to say no, but I could always ask just to verify, what we could do.
Yes. Okay. Ethel is asking about the prize. Ethel, we contact you after for the prizes, so
Yes.
not to worry. And if you get an email from Jessica or one of us at Spoiled Agent, it's a good news story.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so Joyce is asking about you guys and if there's any specialist programs, how they can get to know Elite Island Resorts better.
They can go to the travel advisor portal, and that's where we have all of our presentations, all of our fact sheets you can download. We have our travel professional guide, and you can also go to the spoiled agent page because we have a lot of info on spoiled agents as well. So yeah, that's how you can really get familiar. Just go to our website, Travel Advisor, put in the password Elite, and then you can start exploring. We have everything in fact sheets, we have the presentations, we have media. Go to our YouTube page, follow us on YouTube because we post a lot of content, short video clips, etc. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so John, Colby's asking about booking the whole thing. So it's
Yeah,
John.
I'd have to reach out to John. Yeah, well,
Okay.
send me an email what he's thinking, and I'd pass it on to John. I'm not too sure
Okay.
if we can do a buyout, but
Okay,
it's
sure. Ethel on Facebook. Do you want to just let me know what you mean, Ethel? And I'll just ask a question. So just to maybe clarify, I know Jessica for Travel Agent Day is giving away a 3 night stay for Canada and US to one of
yes.
her properties. And you guys have to just register. I popped the links in on Facebook.
Yep.
That's something else that she's giving away. My goodness,
Yep.
there's just
I
so many.
know. Lots of giveaways. That means we
Amazing.
need to book us, book us, book us.
Well, I think so. This sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, awesome, awesome. You've done a great job as usual, Jessica. And thank you for always being a really great partner to us at Spoiled Agent. And again, you are kicking things off for us on Travel Agent Day. So look out for that, everyone.
Yes, look out for that. Yeah, and if you have any questions, of course, my email's there. Join our Facebook group. If you think you have clients for Los Establos and you have more questions, just email me your questions. As I said, I was there for 4 days, so I can really give you some good tips, some pointers. It's 12 years and older. So if you have the teenagers that love adventure, they'll like it. They'll have Wi-Fi, they can use your phone. So
Amazing.
But yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Jessica. And again, go to the Spoiled Agent Supplier page for Jessica to get all the information that we're talking about and more. All
Yes,
right.
and more and more.
Well, we have our spoiled agents, like I said, covered across Canada and the US today. We're so happy you all joined us. And thank you, Jessica, for being awesome as
Okay,
usual.
great. Thank you so much. And everybody have a great day. Have a great rest of the week and
Bye,
weekend.
everyone.